Hey guys, it's Viewmaster's Reactions, and we're back with Vox O'Clock's portion of episode 22, Aramente to Pyrah, and there is a lot going on. We just finished the Patreon hour, we did the live stream on Friday, we did over 3 hours on the live stream. This episode is one of, if not, I think it's the second longest of the entire campaign. I feel like there was one episode that pushed around this time, or maybe even went over 5 hours, but I also feel like that episode had a way longer outro and a break in the middle. I'm pretty sure it's like the second longest. Granted, we're only into episode 22, so if it's the longest or second longest, I mean, you're not talking a whole lot of episodes to begin with. But that being said, it was a really cool episode so far. We still have an hour left. The episode ends around 4:25. I think there's like a 20-30 minute outro when we saw Zach jump into the picture, but we have about an hour, exactly an hour. I'm gonna do 30 minutes, give or take, for Vox, depending on where we stop, because there is right now a battle going on with elementals and Serkonis we met. I don't even know if I guess he's there, but he was kind of like an illusion sometimes when we were talking to him. Either way, what basically happened was we were forging forward. We saw a crevasse. There was lava. I'm speeding this up too. If I'm out of order, I'm saying it too quick or whatever, bear with me. But Serkonis appeared to us by the crevasse. There was like a 35, 40 foot, like not raging, but like a river of lava, so to speak. And then Serkonis was there. It started doing this whirlpool thing. He was like, take the leap of faith. Keyleth jumped in. I was saying, how funny would it have been if all this was like a hoax? Somebody faked like they were the Ashari or Serkonis or whatever. Like, what if you're just like a magic man? You're like, hello, I am here to continue your trial. And then you go, here is a volcano, jump in, leap of faith. And you do it, and they're like, haha, I'm actually Trent Ickathon, and I tricked you, and you're dead now. But then on top of Keyleth going in, which I assumed had to be the case, everybody else dove in too. But Serkonis did say like, oh, I hope you trust these people. These people are your friends. All right, because you're gonna need them. And then they jumped in too. And there was even a thing where Vax had to roll fear, and he got advantage on it because of the feast. But he had to roll for fear because he's fearful of lava after burning his foot and having to deal with that for pretty much the entire campaign. Now we're engaged in battle. There are 2 elementals. There are Serkonis. 2 of us got set on fire. Right now, 2 of us are on fire. Tiberius and Percy are on fire. Took at least a quarter damage instantly. A bunch of other people took half damage, which was like 13. And that was just like Serkonis going. Then Vax ran around, did a little dagger to one of the elementals, did some damage, but also splashed lava on himself while daggering, and took 10 himself. I think it was 9 to be exact. But things aren't great. Granted, this is a trial, so I mean, we're in the fire plane. That's what Keyleth said. She's like, oh my God, we're on the plane of fire. The fire plane. I can't remember how she worded it. All I know is Keyleth gave an amazing emotional speech. She was tearing up, pretty much almost cried or did cry, like all for the effect of everything, because she was being questioned by Serkonis on everything about her mother and her dad and this and that. She got very emotional, talked about her dream. I didn't talk about that in the last Patreon hour. Had this very descriptive vision of her coming down, her people behind her. She's like, I was the tree, I was the old lady, and then everything vanished, and it was like, and protect this and that, and blah, 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 and that's where we're at. So let's just jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description, link for Patreon, where you'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 1 and 2. You want your own requested short movie, go to the link, ask me to watch whatever you want. At a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Cobra Kai, and Eureka's entire seasons are done. Stranger Things final season soon. House of the Dragon, Yellowstone, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, Once Upon a Time. Thousands of other movies and shows fall on Edit. Check it out. If not, Vox O'Clock, episode 22, Aramente to Pyrah.
Can I back away from him, or am I gonna get hit?
From him, no, he does not have that far of a reach.
Okay. So I back up?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying.
Against like the wall.
During the Patreon hour, I said there were at least 2 or 3 people really close that I thought might get splashed too.
And then
but Vex was the furthest of those.
To lightning arrow him. I'm a lightning arrow. No. Jesus. A hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
There you go. He is hunter's marked.
Hunter's mark him.
Now he is surrounded by all of our friends.
Correct. He has 3 of them currently surrounded.
False. I'm gonna have to hunter's mark one of the little ones then and aim for one of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to Hail of Thorns them.
Alrighty.
The one closest to me.
Go for it.
15 plus. That's a 25.
25 hits.
All right.
And that thing in the
Why did
middle
I
of the
already
two
forget
smaller
what to do?
elementals
Normal attack. Okay.
is like I can't think of the word. I'm brain farting on the
17
word.
for the normal attack.
Like a thing. Spire.
Plus Hunter's Mark damage. 6 for Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
And then I get 3d10 for the Hail of Thorns.
Go for it. You did.
Okay.
3d10.
10. This is a 10.
I thought she was rolling all 10s. I'm like, oh my god.
10, 12, 13. 13.
13 points of damage. Alright, so as you come around the wall, you turn around.
When she was saying 10, 10, 10, I'm like, did she just roll 3
You see
10s?
the wood splinter into a bunch of thorny wood protrusions. It slams into the elemental, which then bursts on the side. You can see its form kind of open up from the inside, and then reform into an elemental as the rest of the thorns shoot out, hit the side of the stone pillar to the side of it.
And then just one more regular attack.
Okay, so it's a bonus action to do the spell, and then its first attack to hit. It's the second attack.
20!
Natural 20.
Hot diggity.
Hot diggity.
Diggity dog.
Natural
So dice
20.
times 2.
Diggity. Diggity.
Dice. Oh, that's it?
Oh,
Yep.
I know.
dice times 2, that's it?
2 damage
I
plus
mean,
your bonus plus your Hunter's Mark. Plus Hunter's Mark's once per turn. So sure.
14 for the second.
that's a lame critical. It is, honestly. I mean, it was the worst hit for her to get a crit
That's a
on.
lame critical.
I mean, it's better. Like, look at it this way. I agree.
14 total?
No, it's
Alrighty.
fantastic.
That ends
I
your
agree
turn.
it's lame
Here's your
for a crit. But look at it this way. If you didn't get the
Your
crit, it would have
turn,
been
you take
7.
5 points. Actually, no. You take
7 is
8 points of
horrendous.
fire damage, reduced
So at
by
least it took a really bad
on fire.
attack
like-
into a decent attack. But
I
yeah,
don't
that's a
explain
pretty
much
crappy
like that,
crit.
and instead, I look at the main dude, and I'm going to be like, "Here's something she taught me," and I use a scroll, and I'm going to cast Blight on him.
I did teach him that.
I have 2 Blight scrolls.
2 light scrolls. What's Matt doing? What is Matt doing over there?
Reading super fast.
Like a cattle auctioneer. 25.
That's the thing too, though. This happened in the patron hour. Orion's like, before that happens, I cast telekinesis and I save them, and Matt's like, you can't do it that quick. There's a moment that you need to cast the spell where
Right, so you took your 4
you
damage.
can't do it on a split-second thing like that.
Alright,
I thought maybe
Roll
Matt was
first, you roll
checking.
to see if you can do the scroll properly. So go ahead and roll a d20.
Roll to see if you can do
and
the scroll
add
properly.
Your plus 5.
That's 22.
22. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
You take the spell, you pull out the scroll, read it. The scroll itself, you can see, is starting to burn on its own, just being pulled out in the heated atmosphere that is this plane of fire. But before it
of
can burn
fire.
entirely, you finish the spell. It
I went
disappears in a flash
into
of light and ash,
a burning
and
plane
then
of fire.
Blight goes and takes effect.
As I'm going to do that, I'm going to heighten it and spend 3 sorcerer points, so it gives him disadvantage.
I will say, because the Blight spell is a scroll, you cannot use meta magic. It's magic from your bloodstream is what kind of gives you that ability. So.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I did say this during the patron hour
however,
too.
what's the DC on that?
Towards the end, like one of the last things we
17.
saw, we were in battle.
Constitution.
Tiberius rolled
was
a
16.
natural
So
1.
no, does not make it.
Sweet.
And made it a point to announce to the chat. He was like, he said something, suck it. He said, suck it. There you go, I rolled a natural 1.
My sorcerer point.
And earlier in that patron
Power
hour,
spell?
True.
After
I was saying how,
still spells
why
that
would
you
you
can
even
cast
myself. Okay, that's fine.
The idea
say
is
something like that
magic is how you
unless
enhance it
people
as you
were
cast
calling
it
you out in
from
the chat
yourself.
for cheating on your
This
dice
one's
rolls
roll,
or something?
it's like a 4.
I assume that's what it was. So for Orion to go, there you go, I got a natural 1, suck it. 1, you're calling attention to the whole situation yourself, which is stupid, because I don't trust him at all, and I think he is lying about his rolls half the
Good
time.
enough.
But to actually announce it and then tell the chat to suck
You
it,
see, as you finish
probably
the
not
read,
the
its
best way to get on
form
their
begins
good
to
side.
some of the flames seem to die down, and part of its physical form tries a hard time keeping itself in one solid place. Parts of it flicker, and then it angrily kind of pushes through.
Where am I relative to everybody else?
You're right here.
Okay, cool. What I will do, because I can do this, is I will quicken spell, and I will spend 2 sorcery points to...
Odds are we'll
use the
probably
step
do the full
behind
30
where,
minutes, so we
Vex is.
got like 20 minutes left of this.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And in view of everybody else, where I can still cast stuff. Just...
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to these guys' turn.
these guys' turn.
Right there.
These guys.
It's going to move
Coming
up
for
towards
me.
Percy. Coming on the side. It's going to make 2 touch attacks against you, Percy. That is a 13,
That misses.
and that is
Yeah,
a
13 I would
25.
assume would miss.
19.
25 definitely hits.
Definitely hits. Okay. You take 13 points of fire damage.
13 misses and 13 damage.
You are still on fire, so it does not reignite you. You are just on fire in general. That ends its turn. The other one, however, rushes up, and it's doing a touch attack against Keyleth and Vex.
Vex or Vax?
Vax, I mean, sorry. Versus Keyleth, that is a 16 versus armor class.
Miss.
Nice.
Miss.
17.
That's going to be a 20 versus you.
That hits.
All right. Vax, you take 12 points of fire damage, and your cloak bursts into flame.
Oh, fuck a duck.
So now Percy.
Fire's
Your
crawling
left
up
and
around
right.
you.
Yeah, the
That
problem
brings us
is-
to Percy and Pike.
Yeah, the problem is every time we attack or do like fire is a huge problem. Every time we attack or
am on
they attack
fire,
us,
aren't I?
At the beginning
yeah,
of your turn, you take 10 points of
10
fire
points of damage
Damn
because
it.
Percy and Tiberius are on fire.
And it
Now
takes an
Vax
entire
is on
action to put
fire,
himself
or
out.
at least his cape
Fire,
is.
yeah.
Can I run, or am I going to?
But Percy's taken 25 damage, then took a little more for something else, then now just took 10. Percy's at like half
But also
life.
range attacks.
And Tiberius is about to be too
Yeah,
when
I
he
know.
comes up next, because he's going to take damage too. I mean,
Sorry,
Tiberius
I'm gonna
has
run first and then put myself out.
maybe
Okay,
15,
so you're
20
running
more
which
hit
way?
points than
I'm
Percy.
running
though.
towards.
So, I mean, that
the
is
wall
huge. That
and
means
getting some
Tiberius
distance.
pretty much just absorbed that first
Yeah,
hit compared
I'm doing
to
a stop, drop, and roll on my way to
Percy.
put myself out.
Okay.
stop, drop, and roll.
The elemental reaches and strikes. That is a 21.
It's
Damn it! Okay.
Shouldn't wear a weapon.
stop,
take-
drop, and roll.
12 points of fire damage. As it just swings out.
Honestly,
swinging back
it's
into the
not.
field of
None of them are
flames now,
significant
licking
except
beneath your armor.
Sirkonis had a pretty significant attack, but it's chipping away. 10, 12. I mean, 10 hits like that, you're
You
dead.
moved me as far that direction as I could
Anybody,
go, right?
10 hits like that. Well, except for like Grog, I guess.
Yeah.
But pretty much anybody gets hit by 10 or 12,
I'm also
10
gonna
times in a
spend my
row.
bonus action,
I mean, that's a lot, but
to
like there's
for
3
second
people.
wind.
Sirkonis is doing
his
2,
fuck.
3 times that damage wise.
So that's 19 points that I gain back.
Cool.
Sweet.
Then it's Percy's turn. Pike, what you got?
Pike, what you got?
Okay.
Keyleth, you're on
So,
deck.
I have the Frostbrand sword, so I'm resistant to fire damage. I'm holding it.
Yeah.
You got half damage from fire.
Beautiful.
But I would like to use a guiding bolt because it's a little bit more damage.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll your guiding bolt attack against which guy?
The guy.
Get these 3 here visible.
Okay, let's do the guy right there.
The big one.
The big guy.
Sirkonis,
Guy
right?
there? Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. So you add your spell attack modifier to it.
The music is
15.
phenomenal. All patron hour,
All right.
all different kinds of music. There was like a part where they
Does hit? Yeah.
entrapped us in like a stone prison, and like the music actually sounded like a stone prison coming in on us. The music is really good.
40.
It usually is, but like I've said it before. I feel like in
advantage.
campaign 1,
11.
the music's
11 points of damage
louder,
already.
which I feel
to
like
know.
is a good thing. I feel like I could be wrong,
Well done.
but I feel
That's
like
your
it's
turn.
slightly
You
elevated.
wish to move anywhere? You're gonna stay where you are.
Whereas in campaign 2, I feel like they had the music
You know
more
what?
as a background
So sorry. I was,
that you couldn't
I was
hear
casting
as
level
well.
3.
Maybe I don't know.
Level
Am I
3?
crazy?
Yeah.
So
So-
add an additional 2d6
Yeah.
to it.
Sorry. Okay. 18.
18 in addition?
It was 80 total. 18 total.
Cool, gotcha. Cool. Alright. You wanna move? Or you stay where you are, Pike?
Where am I at?
You're right here.
You know what? I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Alright. Keyleth, you're up.
Okay,
Roger
so
on deck.
I look at Zirconis. And I just give him a nod. And I say, okay. And I concentrate, and my entire form goes water, and I turn into a water elemental.
Nice.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Badass.
Nice.
I love it. We are now a giant water elemental next to a bunch of fire
Zirconis'
elementals.
space and do
I feel
well.
like that could do a lot of help as far as attacking, but I also feel
So
like
he has to do a DC 15 saving throw.
I don't know.
Already.
I was gonna say, would
Dex.
she therefore take way more damage?
Lose 5 pounds.
Because water will put out fire, but fire
It's glistening.
doesn't necessarily put out water. Like, you can't throw fire on water and put out the water.
Alright, he rolls a 3.
But I still feel like because they're conflicting
So he does
elements,
2d8 plus 4
that it would
bludgeoning
give you more damage.
I'm also a water elemental, so I believe he has water susceptibility, correct?
Correct.
So I don't know what that does, but he's got it. If it's a large,
I don't know
or
what that does, but
smaller
he's got it.
Creature or thing, or large or smaller, it is also grappled.
Alright. So go ahead and roll damage.
2d8. Not bad. 12 plus 4, 16.
16 damage, nice. And he's grappled currently as you are swirling around him as this vortex of water. As you
I
hit,
think-
for the attack, you do take 6 points of fire damage
Okay.
from just being in the midst of that
Does he
flame.
take extra damage because I'm water? Does he has water susceptibility?
Water susceptibility, essentially, he takes 1 point of cold damage on top of that.
Okay.
That's
and,
it?
Oh
my
If he
god.
tries to move away from you, he moves
Takes
slower.
another
away from
damage,
you.
right?
Not as good as I thought at all.
You're swirling water around him right now?
You literally get one
Water versus fire elemental, right?
one
We're
extra
like in
point
the
of
However,
cold
because it is
damage.
a fire elemental, it is immune to being grappled.
Oh,
Because
pooper.
it is
Can't be
just fire, you
grappled.
can't
I was gonna
grab
say,
around it,
is
but
it
you are
smaller? Because she said
I just
smaller
football tackle him. Water
It's
right
got
through
fire
his
on
form.
water. This giant
smaller
on
creatures or characters
Steam
can
rolls
get
off of me.
grappled. So that didn't work out either. So this didn't work out at all how I thought. I'm assuming
I take how much? 4 damage?
Marisha probably thinks
that
a
was
little
6
bit
damage.
the same.
It should be halved.
I thought you would take double damage.
So
I thought you would have like all sorts of negative effects from it. Instead, it's like barely anything. You move slower. You can't be grappled. 1 extra point of damage. A
right.
bunch of uselessness in my mind, unless something else comes of
you
it.
also entered its space, so you also are on fire. Strangely enough.
And now
for a
you
water
are on-
elemental that has caught fire.
I see. I just said that. Can a water elemental catch fire?
It's strange, like the water
Someone
itself
would
is
laugh.
steaming and there's flames heavy.
That's what I was thinking. The only thing I could think
It's
is
gonna-
you could heat up the water to boil it and then therefore make it
say
steam,
yeah.
which would evaporate. Here we go.
Water elemental is not going to catch fire.
That's
no sense.
boom. Thank you. My God. I literally was like, how does that make sense?
Battle, you are
In
immune
my
to
mind,
being
I was trying to make
fire.
sense of it. I'm like, I can see you heating up the water and steam, and then
Alright,
maybe
then
it
it's your turn.
evaporates
Roger
over
up.
time.
I look
But you
over and I
can't
see his
just
back
set water on
start
fire.
slashing
That's my thing.
the
You
fire
could
be
heat up
seen.
water.
My nose is gonna
You can't
hurt.
set water on
When I
fire.
go into
And
a
Matt just
rage.
confirmed it. Thank God. Because I'm like, this is going to blow my mind. It's one of those things I'm going to keep
But I
ranting
take my
about it, and I
3
am
giant
even
swings
right
with
now.
my battle axe at giant
Alright,
flame.
so you're going into full frenzy rage.
Frenzy rage, pardon
Alright.
me. Frenzy rage, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
A frenzy
3 strikes
rage,
at
if you
him.
don't mind.
24,
24 hits.
19,
Hits.
and
Hits.
24.
Hits.
All hits. Triple hit.
11,
11 damage.
Done.
19,
19 damage.
and 12.
12 damage. Great. You strike into the axe.
See, my
swinging
thing
through.
is-
it's interesting because you're not hitting
How
physical
much?
matter. Your
I
axe
mean,
swings
the
through, but it
the
just-
biggest
you feel the
elemental can have a
resistance. It's
ridiculous
carving
amount of
through
damage. We're in
whatever
a fire
magical essence is
plane.
holding this elemental
A
together.
plane of fire,
Each hit,
fighting
though,
an
flames
elemental.
shoot out of where you wound it and blast across your arm.
Now,
and
every
your
time we
hand
attack-
from
I-
you.
we've-
You take
every time
10
we're
damage from
attacking-
the first strike, 8 damage, and because this is magical, it's not reduced. So it's
So even
18,
Grog, who is like our
10,
powerhouse,
28 total points of fire damage.
Grog, who is our powerhouse,
Striking
just
at
took
it.
almost 30 damage on his own turn.
All right.
Grog was up.
That
He
is
had
your turn, Grog.
30
Up
days.
top
He like
around,
that's
now
crazy.
comes
That's crazy.
Serkonos.
He just took 30 damage on his own turn.
Serkonos
Here goes Serkonis.
is going to.
This could be bad. We are. I mean, at least a lot
stay
of us
right
are
where it
far
is.
away.
It's going to go ahead and make 3 melee touch attacks.
To
It's
Vax?
gonna be
If he hits Vax
two
twice,
against,
pretty
one against,
good.
each of you, actually.
All right, one against
Against
each.
Keyleth, that is a
I feel like that's a bad move.
24 to hit.
Because I feel like Vax is almost done.
All right.
Vax, if you went all in on Vax, Vax would probably be out.
12 points of fire damage. Reduced to 6 because of your spell, but you're not ignited.
Against everyone near him?
It's doing an attack against each of you. It's
Okay.
reaching out against cock dice. That is a 18 against you.
Hell yeah, that hits.
All right.
This could be. I don't think it's going to
You
be
take
natural.
9 points of fire damage.
Natural 20 against Grog.
That is a natural 20.
Grog just took almost 30.
Is that a crit?
Yeah.
It was a crit, Grog.
So
It was a
on that, that is
crit.
Thing.
There goes that beard.
Shut up! Tell him that!
22 points of fire damage, and you
Smells
are
like
set
burnt
on
hair.
fire.
22 times.
Not cool.
So Grog got a little
Beard
lucky.
is okay.
22
But the flames are licking up.
was
side
the
of your
crit. So 11 doubled, but also on fire. So if I'm not mistaken, unless Percy stopped, drop, and rolled, put him out, I can't remember. From what I remember, Vax is cloaked. Vax is on fire because it doesn't matter if it's cloaked. He's on
taking you
fire.
all on at once.
Tiberius, Grog, Vax are definitely on
I'm
fire.
gonna use
Start of
my...
your turn.
I can't remember if Percy stopped, drop, and roll and actually put him out, but I mean, we're getting banged up.
Yes, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage. I've got 3 things I can do here because of the Boots of Haste. So, use bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 1 action to run like fuck over to that wall and just jump to the side. If you let
Well,
me.
it's not an attack. You have a bonus action
Yeah.
and an action.
Okay.
So you can disengage and then move. Then you have your action.
Oh, good. See? So you're good.
So I can move, but I can still move my normal speed,
Correct,
right?
yes.
All right. So then I'm gonna run as far as I can towards that wall.
Okay.
The other wall.
Oh,
Or
this
that
wall?
No, that wall.
Oh, okay.
4, 5, 6. That'll put you right
And
there.
then I'm gonna roll on the ground and put out the.
Okay, use your action to put
Yeah.
out the flame.
All right.
It's okay, right?
Yep.
The cloak's okay?
Cloak's fine.
I take it off and put it in my
little
pocket.
burnt, but it's okay.
See, he took when he took off the fire from Vax.
That's
It
your
still
turn.
looks
Vax,
like
you're up.
Percy's on fire.
Not cool.
Like Percy
All right.
and Tiberius, yeah.
I'm gonna lightning arrow.
Not cool. See, I think
Okay,
Percy's
raise
didn't
fire.
work. I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure Percy tried, but he didn't roll good enough.
The one that
Because
I
in the
put by
back,
Hunter's Mark.
Tiberius and Percy are in the
Alrighty.
back, and they still have fire rings on them. I'm pretty sure.
So that is 19.
19.
Alrighty. Is that one right there?
Yeah.
All right, that hits.
Okay. So, do I do my regular attack on that as well, or do I just do the damage from the lightning?
No, it takes the arrow is no longer there. It is now just a bolt of lightning
Okay.
after the arc. So it just
Right.
takes the
4d8.
48 damage.
4d8. 4d8.
So nerve wracking.
Oh, that's okay. 15, 16.
I know this will never be a thing, but just hearing it in my mind, and we've said it 100,000 times.
25.
But when you have the D,
25
it always sounds like you're
Yeah.
saying a number, like 4d8.
Alrighty.
It sounds like
Go ahead and make an
48.
dexterity saving throw.
30. I almost feel like now in hindsight, they shouldn't have made
18?
it the letter D. It should have been a different letter. A letter that wouldn't sound like a number
what's
every
your spell
time.
DC?
Oh,
Like, do like
14?
a W.
Okay, yeah, so he makes the save. Go ahead and roll
4W8.
2d8, and he
Like
makes
something that can't be
Oh,
mistaken for a number.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I couldn't see.
Totally random,
I was-
irrelevant to
within 10
anything.
feet of it. Everything.
But I
within
just
10
thought
feet.
it was
I didn't think that was 10 feet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, good. That's nothing.
2.
2.
2. All right, you take
Total of 4 and 2. Yeah.
You take 2 points of lightning damage as part of the lightning arrow arcs off and kind of tickles your shoulder. You barely even notice. You're raged out.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, with the being on fire, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. You have your.
Do another attack
Go for it.
out of the blood-seeking bow.
All right.
Blood-seeking bow.
That's a
27.
27.
That hits. It's against the same one you have Hunter's Mark.
27.
Did Hunter's Mark damage in the last one, right?
Yes.
Plasma now.
27. I want to see something.
16 with blood-seeking.
Nice. So it's now bleeding.
I just want to make
He's a
sure
bleeding fire.
where we're at.
Interesting about this, it is. I will
Got
consider
about 10
bleeding
minutes
as
left.
part of its conditional immunities because it does not have blood. It is a flaming element.
Blood.
Can't find it out.
Blood.
Waste.
Is Matt doing that? What is that?
You can see now the flames
blood.
just sort of flickered a
What
little
is
bit.
that
So you heard
from?
him keeping itself.
I'm
cohesive.
picturing like a
One.
YouTube video with a little kid or something.
Yeah, you guys handle the little guys.
I think that's what Matt was
that
doing, but I
ends
can't think
your
of what
turn.
it is.
You wanna move anywhere?
Besides
You
what I
stay
just
there?
said.
I mean, as far as I know. I'm gonna go around the back of the wall
Okay.
with Trinket. Oh no, I knocked it down. I'm
The entire wall. Trinket.
And I'm gonna
Ass
get
bump
around
to
to
the
the
wall
other
and
side
knock
and
the
just kind of
whole
like.
wall.
That's as far as you can get with your run right now.
Okay, that's
Unfortunately. Okay, that ends your turn. Tiberius, you're up.
Okay.
Tiberius, you're up. Where?
Don't worry about hurting me.
He ran away.
That's what you're right.
What is he doing? Where'd he go?
Okay. Okay.
I can take
I'm gonna
it.
scooch my booch.
Was he trying to look at the map? What was he doing?
I think that will put me in about where I need to be.
I think he had
To
to
see
look.
all
I don't know.
three
I
of
guess he
them?
couldn't get a good look at the map. Because he had no
after coming.
things in his. I thought he ran to get a bottle of water or something, but he had nothing in his hands. He didn't go to the bathroom because he was already like
and,
running
uh,
around.
Booch, I'm human.
It's yet again another one of those moments where I think Orion is just like running around,
okay, so
trying
I'm
to
gonna,
milk his
I'm gonna
turn
cast,
for attention.
2, 4, 6. I'm gonna cast Glacial Blast
But I could be wrong. I just always think
in
the
the
worst
arc.
of him.
to hit all 3 of them.
Hit all 3 of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arc on that one.
30 feet.
30-foot arc. Okay, you can get these 2.
If I have to move, can I move?
Knowing
closer to
Orion,
hit
it's
the-
probably going to kill
like,
half of our
like-
To get
party
into
while
melee with this
hurting
to hit
them.
all 3. Which would be disadvantage if it's an attack roll. But
Just take the 2.
Take the 2.
I'll take 2.
Come
Let's do that.
on, Tibbs.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm going to spend 3 points to heighten the spell, and that gives them disadvantage on the saving throw. And then yeah, so I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, great. What's the saving throw? Dex.
17.
17 dex. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. And it's half damage for that, right?
Yeah, if they
save
miss.
from it.
If they save, yeah. What's that?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
10.
What is that? It's pretty good. I noticed they were both looking hard. Marisha was already on top of it, and even
35,
Tals in that time
35.
was on it.
Okay. Keyleth and Grog also make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
See, it's
2
gonna hit
fails
Keyleth and
on,
Grog, right?
Sarkonos.
17.
20.
That is a natural 17 for the fire elemental, though. It takes half damage there. So what's the total in there? 35, you said?
And that was at disadvantage?
Oh, a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Oh my god.
Well, it's okay. It takes half damage, so
Done
so
good,
that'd
done
be
good.
You burned a 20 there. That's
17, 18? 18? What is half on a
Okay.
35? 18?
this elemental. You notice it's.
I feel like you
formed
round
suddenly,
up, right? I'm like,
freeze into
I don't know
ice,
why I'm
and then
not
shatter.
knowing this for sure.
Below it, you see standing in its place the druid that was once there. Drops down on its knees, and just kind of looks up at you with a.
I'm like,
I love it. I love it.
Coming back. We're coming back.
All right.
Disadvantage on the saving throw.
Took out one elemental.
Disadvantage.
And honestly, I feel like it wasn't that crazily powerful.
14.
Like,
4.
Both of you guys take 35 points of cold damage.
that's what I said. I love it. I'm like, Orion is definitely gonna hurt us. Every time Orion attacks with something of value,
Tiberius' turn.
and like Travis, I'm wondering how Travis feels, because Travis does not look happy, but he could just be like, you know, just no emotion right now. But
go
Travis
ahead
took
and-
30 points of damage. Then he got attacked. Then Tiberius attacked
going to
him
transform
technically
into
by
an
attacking
eagle.
the elemental. Like Grog has just gotten
Head back half
halved.
from where you guys came from.
Grog has like 140, give or
This
take.
guy.
Brother.
He just took like 70 hit points of damage in like half a turn.
It's going to move in there, and is going to make 2 strikes against you, Pike.
Natural 20. We're getting some solid rolls all around, Matt and us.
Come on,
6
man.
is 24. Welcome back.
Welcome back, yeah. So everything hits.
So the what?
They both hit you.
They both hit. It
It
was
was a natural 18 plus 6. on
24.
Point taken?
Sorry.
24 and a
so
natural 20.
It's 14 plus 3. It takes 17 points of fire damage from the first strike.
Sure, sure.
The second one does 11 plus 3. It's
But-
so
but
14
actually
plus- so
halves 'cause of
28
the
points
sword.
fire damage, and
28
you
points?
are ignited. All of a sudden, your armor begins to heat up.
But even with the sword, she can get
different,
ignited?
sections of the plate, and the fire elemental is just herring right on top of you. Just
Okay.
I'm surprised she didn't question it. Maybe she knows. This girl is on fire. But is she just not asking because she doesn't
with that,
realize
it
it?
is Percy and
Or
Pike's turn.
I mean, I could be
Okay.
wrong. I'm
You
just
first
thinking
or
in my
me
head.
Well, Percy, the
If
top
you
of
half
your-
damage
actually, you both
from
take-
fire,
No, I put myself out.
I feel like
That's right.
Oh, Percy did. Oh, see the thing.
That soda.
I said I couldn't
can.
remember because the fire was still on him.
My frostbrand sword.
Boom.
I'm resistant to fire damage.
Half that damage.
But what about
Okay,
setting on
so
fire?
which is,
14 points of fire damage.
That's way better.
Way better.
You also take what would be 4 is now 2, so a total of 16.
But what about the being on fire? I guess you could be on fire.
Wait, what was it? 16.
16.
Reality is malleable here.
But did she remember the first
That's
hit?
the-
The crit
the
was
actual protective
wasn't the
energy
crit like
cross
28
bands
and she
and a
took
layer of
full?
cold
I
across
feel
your
like she had to
armor,
reduce the
and
crit
it
too.
reduces the impact. You're still on fire, but the fire is doing less damage to you.
All right,
physically as the
so you
cold
still are on
impact
fire,
energy.
but less impact from the fire. Okay,
cool.
that's
So,
what
Chris,
my
would you-
question was.
Okay, I'm.
Can you be
pulling
on
out the
fire
pepper
if
box,
you have resistance?
and I'm
I
taking a
honestly,
nice
in that
shot
case,
at
unlike
the-
Marisha, in that case, I was like, you
Okay.
it would make sense you'd be on fire. You just
and I'm going
can
to
sustain more damage.
Gonna take a sharpshooter. It's the wrong dice to roll. And I'm gonna take a sharpshooter bonus for it. So that's a miss. That's a 9.
Oh, I thought
And
that
this
was
is
a
in
12.
Actually, no shit. God damn it. That's a misfire. So I'm going to spend an action to fix that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. the
Misfire.
attack roll if you could.
Oh, what is the check on that? That's a
12.
12. So DC is 12. So it's
So not only did he
8,
miss, he
11,
misfires.
12. I hit my check.
You just barely make it. So,
All right.
so the gun is not broken. As you spin, you go to fire, and something about the trajectory of the bullet is off. And as you release the trigger, all of a sudden the whole front of the barrel encases in ice, and you're like, crap! And you have to like chisel the ice off.
Chisel.
Does it though?
Lightly torn.
Fire
Barely.
again.
Barely does it.
Okay, well, it takes an action to try.
No, it takes a. I looked. It takes a. It takes an attack.
Then yes, you're able to.
All right.
Nice.
Beautiful. I was gonna
If
say.
it goes, then I'm.
Then it takes an action to fix it.
All right, very cool, very cool.
Yeah, an action
Well
fixes
explained.
broken.
I thought the
Yeah,
same thing as
action
Matt,
fixes
but he said it.
Let's try it again
No
without the
action, so he
sharpshooter
gets
bonus.
one more action to fire again.
Better. 20 to hit.
20 does hit. Yes.
20 hits.
And I don't get the bonus on that because I suck.
I can't remember how low we could go, but I know that 19 hit.
7 points of damage.
7 points.
Hey.
Roll the 1.
Rolled a 1.
Good effort, man.
I mean, hey, the gun didn't break. We got something
All right.
off. Yeah, it was a good effort. It was all right considering.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
And
Who's
I'm
up
going
next?
to
What is Matt doing up
Back
there?
off.
You guys pretty low?
I'm good. Don't worry about
Not
me.
using
Grog
attack
is
until
probably
action.
half. Percy's
It is
probably
action
half.
too.
Is it
Vax.
an action? I thought it was an action to.
It's an action to repair, and then if it breaks, you cannot use it until you're out of combat.
Did it break?
No, it
did
did not
break.
break. Oh, it did. No, it misfired. It didn't break.
It jammed.
It
jammed,
misfired.
and then it managed to.
He saved
I
it.
would have switched guns anyway,
It's
but
fine.
but okay, next time. For some reason, I thought it was an attack action for
Yeah,
misfire.
no
I
worries.
honestly see
Yeah,
when
that's-
it's
that's the
Tal'zin,
downside of
I would
firearms.
believe anything Tal'zin
So no
says.
damage
He's
till
like
you
the
decide
most
to attack off
honest.
as you take your full
Like he
action
never
to
really
then
speaks
try to
out.
fix it.
He's
Okay,
like
that's fine.
very like
Alright.
like as opposed to Orion. Anything he says, I just
Cool,
take
that
for
ends Percy's turn. Pike,
what it
what
is.
See, where are you at? in
So I
terms
believed
of
it, but at least he
points?
explained it and he did correct
Fine.
it. And Matt had to look it up.
I'm at 56. So
I was wondering. Matt was on his phone like
You know.
going to town.
Exactly.
Matt was like, "Da-da-da-da." I was like, "What is he doing?"
I know, he's a 12.
He had to
Can I
correct
get
it.
over
But I mean,
to-
hey, I love
to
that.
Vax?
By that elemental.
You not be able to get to him unless
Do you have your speedy boots?
Yeah.
you could with your sprinter's boots. Yeah.
Sprinter's boots.
Sprinter's boots.
Sprinter's boots.
You get by there. The environmental does get attack of opportunity on you.
Sprinter's bird.
That is a 17 to hit. Armor class is 20.
20.
So as it reaches towards you, it just streaks off your armor. You hear the flames kind of heat one of the plates below.
All
and
right,
manage to block
Pike
before it can
has
actually
ran
find
over to
you real
Vax.
quick.
I'm assuming she's gonna heal him.
Nice.
A lot of dice.
29.
Points of health.
Pike rushes up to you and touches you on the side of your waist. As you
Not
feel
too
your
shabby.
wounds and your burn marks tend to subside and heal up instantaneously.
Damn, Pike's low too. I thought Pike had a lot
little bit of
more
something.
life than that.
Yeah.
73.
Something.
Pike is like
That ends Pike's turn.
as low
Keyleth,
as
you're up.
Vax.
All right, I'm gonna do.
I think
a
Vax might be a
multi-attack
little lower, but
right
Pike is like
on,
right up there with Vax
Circonus.
as far as
So I'm gonna do
low
2.
ones on the toe. I mean, she is tiny, but Key
Like
with
big
81.
wavy
I mean, a lot
arms.
of us are still low, but I think Vax Pike surprises me because I didn't think that was the
So
case.
first one, ooh, 18. So that's 20. Okay. And the second one, That's not as good. 19.
19 also hits.
Or sorry, 18.
18 also hits.
All right, 18 does hit.
Okay, cool.
18
So
I wasn't
it's
sure.
8 plus
19
4
we knew
bludgeoning
hit, but
damage
18
twice.
I thought we had an 18, but I wasn't
So
sure.
that's
18 hits.
So that's 10. 9 plus another 13. So 13, 23 points of damage.
9 plus 13 is 22.
As it is.
I don't know if she forgot to add a point, but she goes
Attacks
9 plus 13.
because-
23.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't do half damage, just full damage. So normally it would have resistance to bludgeoning,
I mean, not for nothing.
but because you're magical weapons, because you're crazy
9 plus
druid,
13 is
20
like
points of damage.
almost
As
the
you
easiest
also
math you could do.
elemental
You
form,
obviously know 10 plus
slamming with
13 is
giant tidal
23.
wave, like,
plus
fist.
So all you gotta do is
because
minus
I'm
1,
a
22.
water.
I feel like that is horrible math unless she didn't say the 1.
Wham! You see like steam is starting to billow off of Serconis' elemental form. They're both in this kind of crazy tidal epic elemental like throwdown. This is
WWE style.
Oh no! It must be stopped.
Because of WWE.
Funny, right? And you're gonna stay where you are?
Yeah, I'm on his ass.
All right. That ends Keela's turn. Grog, you're up.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Vox O'Clock portion of episode 22. What a crazy episode we're dealing with. Adam Espinosa, I shouted him out during the Patreon hour. I forget if I did in the beginning of this one, whether or not I did. Adam was saying, you're going to be doing one of the best moments of this episode during the Patreon hour. I assumed, and I'm pretty sure, it had to have been the Marisha moment that I talked about earlier. She got very emotional. She was selling it, and when I say selling it, she was giving it her all. She was having me believe everything she's saying was real, and that she was this character, meaning Keela. This whole episode is glorious. Even that part, even the 30 minutes of Vox O'Clock, like there was no bad part is my point. I was saying maybe I'll juggle the Patreon hour and the Vox O'Clock so that the better part might be before the Patreon hour, like, you know what I mean, reverse them. Sometimes I do that. I'll flip-flop the Patreon hour and the Vox O'Clock just to get the better moments for everyone to see on YouTube. But in this case, I don't think there's any bad part. We're still engaged in the battle. We're going to finish the 30 minutes left in the live stream we do. If we do the unboxing of this, I said during the Patreon hour, my intentions were to unbox this on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, and to finish the 30 minutes we have left. But I'm not 100% sure yet. The weather, if you didn't hear me, this episode, I said during the Patreon hour, it is 102 degrees where I am right now. When I close this door, this room gets like an oven, and I can't even open the window because with that kind of humidity, it'll make it even worse. So what I do is I crank the air, let this room cool like real nice, and then I shut the door and I do like an hour or two, and by then I'm back in the oven. And I have no air conditioner in this room because it's like a tiny room. So if I leave the door open so the air could get in, everyone's walking around making noise and stuff. So I basically have to do it this way when it's super hot days. The point of all that is I don't know if we're going to do the live stream. I said it also during the Patreon hour. I'm not in a huge rush to open this because they are increasing in price by the day, which in essence makes everything in here more valuable as well. I got like hundreds of penny sleeves, and I got like magnetic card holders for if I get any big winners or whatever. So I definitely want to do that. But that being said, let's go edit this up. You guys, I mean, great episode. We're going to finish it up in one of the live streams. If we don't finish it up in Wednesdays, I'm just going to add the 30 minutes to Fridays. That's what my plan was. If God forbid I can't unbox this and we don't do a live stream Wednesday, you'll know. I mean, it's already Monday and I'm already behind. So there's a good chance we might just add this 30 minutes to the other one. But just in case I do it, I wanted to leave a little something for us to watch. So if you guys are loving these, Patreon are exclusive for every episode of Campaign 1 and 2 over there on Patreon. You want your own requested short movie, go to the link, ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, and I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Cobra Kai, and Eureka, done in full with all their series. Once Upon a Time, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens. We started Warehouse 13, Leverage, Yellowstone just started. Gonna do Stranger Things final season and The House of the Dragon. Thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.